Hi guys, Mr. Rain here. Welcome to my next video on the Deadcraft game. I've got tons of information to give to you here, so we're going to dive straight into this. Now, at the very start of the game, it was incredibly tedious at how quickly your hunger and your water and your health goes down. Literally, you come out of your base and bang, you're losing health because your energy is low. And at first it was like, okay, what are they wanting us to do here? And it was quite confusing, but I have these solutions for you here, guys. So if you're just starting the game, it really wants you to head out of your base, kill a couple of zombies, then come. I have to just grab that. It's like I have to head out of the base, kill some zombies, come back in, put some skill points onto some skills. Obviously, head back out, kill some more zombies. It doesn't want you to go out and venture far. It wants you to do short little trips out and then coming back. And then the first thing you want to do, without a doubt, is the abilities tab there. These over here. The rat meat paradise, you get more rat meat, the thirst goes down slower, your energy goes down slower, all this down here. Fill these up before you do anything else, because you want to be able to go just a little bit further each time and getting more items, more drops from zombies. Put everything you have into this skill side over here, and it won't let you go all the way down at the start because it'll want you to get to a certain part of the story before you can continue. But definitely 100% get all of these done over here before you go anywhere else. Like especially these ones, the crafting, the more stuff you get from hitting those wood piles and picking up just random items on the ground. Eventually you'll get skills where you kill normal zombies or any zombies and you'll start getting water, you'll start getting ziv blood. So this is the most important thing in my opinion, was that. And then I really needed to get the storage, because you want to start stocking up on things. I'll tell you what to sell, what not to sell, but you really want to have storage space as well. And the creation of the zombies we'll get into a bit later, but for the time being you don't need to do any of that. And then the second thing I did was rush to get my next upgrade on my weapon. So this one does about 20 damage. It is the sword, or it's actually a knife, but it's very fast. And I did use this for a bit. This is a bit stronger, but at the moment I'm still using this, and I'm 15 hours into the game, so to speak. And there's tons more to do. I've kind of laid back and set my base up now to create this video. Alright, next up is early game money. Now this was very effective for me. Every time you come out of your sleeping hut, if you will, there will be rotten meat over here, a rat that's just kind of on the ground. Let me show you over here what I'm talking about. Now you get the normal rats, as you will, these suckers over here, and those are the ones you can use for eating. But over here, everywhere you'll find these things, the rat on the ground, and this is rotten rat meat. Now early game, it gives you the same amount of... Oh shit, I don't really want to attack that, although it doesn't really matter. These guys will respawn every time, and they're good for corpses. You see how much stuff I got there just from one zombie? That's from putting all my skills into the getting more items and stuff when you kill zombies. So let me just take this out and go back. So yes, what I was saying is use the normal rat meat for food, and then what you want to do... So my cat's trying to come inside now. She has now another one over here. This will be over here every time you come in, every time you wake up. Then what you want to do, you head to your fire pit, and this will look a bit different to yours. And the top one right there, burnt roasted rat meat. Roast that. I don't do this anymore because I have much better ways of earning money. But at the start, the rotten rat, you want to roast that and then you sell it. Sell the burnt roasted rat absolutely every time you go to the shop. And I was getting thousands and thousands a pop for that, like 15 over here I've got. And then these ones at the start, as you can see, it gives you 10 hunger, and those are the ones I ate. Okay, so let me touch quickly on... Here's my guys ready to go. If you look on the top left corner, you got hunger, you got health, you got water, and you got energy. So the top left is the hunger. Now this can be... If you eat something like this, as you can see, it says 10 hunger right there, and then -5 on the zombie. So if you're getting too much... No, sorry, if you are too much zombie and you want to eat something that isn't zombified, you eat that and it'll make your skull on the top left balance out a bit, because sometimes you'll be more human, sometimes you'll be more zombie. That doesn't really play an effect on me, the game I've played so far, except when I want to use my zombie powers. You have to make sure that you've got more zombie than human. But in the end, the rat over here I eat, and the burnt rat is something I will sell. Then over here, the water is only ever used for thirst. Funny that. But people were using it, I was seeing in the comments, for watering their plants. Do not do that. And I'm going to explain that to you in a couple of minutes. The water must only get used for quenching your thirst. Come to think of it, let's have a bit of a dop here now. And again, I've got tons of these in my storage. I'm just kind of running low on my person. So what we can do, go over here and do that. And then send the surplus back. There we go. Okay, so again, then you have the health. So if you look on the top left, you've done the hunger. If you look next to that, you've got the health. Now this is actually your health that goes down instead of your hunger. So for health-wise, again, you want to find something that is very, very useful. Now early game, I had Heaven's Blessing over here, which gives you 20 health. And again, this can be found in the research menu and then the crafting bench. If you go to the crafting bench down here, again, it's going to look very different to yours now. But if you go to Zombie Craft, you have Undead Energy Drink right there that gives you 30. And I used that for a long time as well. And that uses Heaven's Blessing. So I used Heaven's Blessings for a bit. And you can buy these at the stores very, very easily. And then I started using the Heaven's Blessing to get the Undead Energy Drink, which gave me 30 more. And now I'm using the Fire over here, the Fire Blood, which gives me 50 health and 10 plus Zombie. And over here, while I'm in this menu under Zombie Craft, at the top, guys, remember you can go left, right for Zombie Craft and Normal Craft. The ZPS is your fast travel, in case you did not know. You create that, then you go to your menu, and this is pretty much how you fast travel, and you say use, and you can choose which area you want to go to. I mean, there's still areas I haven't gone to yet. I thought I'd just get this video up before I go even further. But that is how you fast travel, and thank goodness that happened, because I was getting to the point where I was like, no, there's no way they're going to make me do this. Let me just craft that. There's no way they're going to make me do this every time running back to the base. But at the start, that's what it's like. They want you to be more meticulous at the start. You have to do more things at the start than I have to do now. Now things are kind of just going, flowing as they go. Okay, so that's health. And then the water we've covered, hunger we've covered, and then the energy. What I use now for my energy, let me show you. At the start, you have to just scramble whatever you can. Whatever gives you the energy, use it. Now, at the moment, like I was saying, I've got the Fire Blood. That's what I use for my health, and that's what I have equipped in the bottom right corner when I go into battle. It's like your first aid. Then the sludge over here is only used for farming, and I'll show you in a second. The water we've done, and then the Ziv Blood over here is just for crafting zombies. Or should I say, harvesting zombies, which we can go into a bit right now. A little bit later in the game, you'll get to the point where you can craft the vegetarian chili and the pumpkin soup. Now these two over here are my next upgrades from the health and energy. So if you can see here, it gives me 50 energy and 50 hunger. So this is not going to be something that's useful in battle. This is going to be for outside battle. And then we go to the pumpkin and turnip soup. Again, it gives me 50 hunger and 50 water. So you got to just use those when you think you need to use them. And then if I go to Zombie Craft over here, you have the barbecue, and this gives you 30, 20, and 20. So again, you'll just get more and more of the stuff as you go, and the tomato meat stew gives you 50 energy and 50 hunger. So this does give you different effects, or same effects, sorry, but if you look just underneath it, it has increased Zol. So if you take that, you're going to get more money as you kill zombies. And back onto this side, if you go to vegetarian chili, you'll get your attack up. And over here, you get your defense up. If you look underneath, just above the picture, you'll see defense up. So each of these do have their own perks when you eat them. And when I got to the point where I could do the roasted pumpkin, I created these, harvested these, and then sold this instead of the rat. Then I stopped collecting rat meat. I stopped having to roast the rat meat. So things got a little bit quicker because the rat was getting a little bit, tedious. Then I went to the roasted pumpkin, which is simply harvesting a whole lot of pumpkins, roasting them, and you will get thousands and thousands. They're quite generous with the money. So the roasted tomato, roasted pumpkin is what I sell now for money. And the vegetarian and the pumpkin soup is what I have for health and energy when I'm out and about. Sorry, not health, just hunger and energy. And this one also hunger and energy. What I use for health is what I said before, is the blood, the Fire Blood. As you can see, 50 health. But again, there's going to be more things I'm going to be able to craft later that's going to do even more health for me on that. Okay, let's see what's next on my list over here. Just another quick note, at night you'll get better loot at night. The zombies will drop more of their body parts, or you'll be able to cut more of them off, should I say. So at night, if you want to venture out, they hit a bit harder, but you will get more items at night. Here's a funny one. I went through a lot of the game trying to figure out why I couldn't pick up any more corpses. I'm killing people, the corpses are there, and I couldn't figure out why I couldn't pick them up. If you look at the top left and right of inventory, you'll have R1, L1. So either one of those pushes, you have your corpse storage and you have your normal storage. The same goes for your storage area. If you push R1, if you look on the right, that's all my storage. I'm trying to get rid of all these Frankies now so I can only do capable Frankies. We'll get into that in a second. But over here, that's how you do it. So I couldn't figure out why I couldn't pick up corpses at least. when I had to just put away some of the ones I had already. Okay, we're going to go on to, okay, we've done fast travel. We're going to go on to farming. So, for example, if you go to craft item over here, I want to do the vegetarian chili and the pumpkin soup, sorry. And if you go look at this, you'll see on the right-hand side, I need water, which is fine, but then tomato and beans, and pumpkin, I need pumpkin, turnip, and then the rat meat. Okay, so the rat meat, I end up buying it now. I don't even bother attacking the rats, really. So this is for your standard health and just your general survival, not your combat. Combat is something very different. So what I have here, I always have my pumpkins ready over here. I have my tomatoes over here, always going. I had my turnips here. I like to keep the normal veggies together. But over here we've got the turnips, which we can harvest. And over here we've got some beans over here, which we can harvest as well. And I want to explain why these are different colors. So over here, if I plant pumpkins, and then the second you've planted them, it's going to ask you if you want to water. Now, if you look on the bottom right-hand corner, I've got water attached over there. You don't want that. You never want to use your watering can for watering the plants, funny enough. You want to use the sludge. Now, the difference between the sludge and the Ziv blood over here is very different. So if I choose the sludge, okay, we don't really want to drink it, but either way, you equip it. Now, if you look on the bottom right, that is actually equipped. What this does, it keeps the crops at their, let's say, human state, if you will. They're not corrupted, but that'll just make them grow faster. So only ever use your green sludge for watering your plants. Over here again, we're going to keep going. And again, you'll upgrade your harvesting and your farming so you can do 3 at a time like that. It's very useful. But on the counter of that, if I want to create these, which is the corrupted beans, then it'll actually prompt me to use it over here. So if I don't want to harvest, damn it. So if you go to your menu, and this is something a quick menu will come up when you're trying to water new crops. So if I go Ziv blood and equip, then I can water new harvested, these ones over here, and they will become corrupted pumpkins or corrupted tomatoes and corrupted beans. And the reason why you'd want to do that, if you go over here, you go to Zombie Craft, over here you'll need the corrupted versions of the normal vegetables to create those. And that's just what it is. At the moment, I'm not too focused on this because I kind of just want to get to a comfortable point where I have these. I don't have to worry about hunger or thirst or anything like that. So that's what I'm doing here, which is why I've got all of these guys kind of ready to go. So we're going to harvest our turnips here, and I'll just take you through the motions of planting. And sometimes it was, why can't I select the right seed or anything? But again, you'll be able to do 3 of these at a time when you upgrade, and you get experience for everything. So here it says plant seeds. Now I don't want to just click plant seeds. Actually, because I haven't got them equipped, I probably could, yeah. So over here I've got turnip seeds in there. We don't really want to do turnip seeds. We want to do beans, I think. If you look on the right-hand side, when you go to those shops in town, just always buy all the seeds that you can. 100% max, all your seeds. So pumpkins we got going, tomatoes we got going. We kind of do need beans. So I'll do 2 beans, and let's just do whatever we have there. So over here it's going to ask me what I want to plant, so we'll do 2 turnips at least, not beans. And then we'll do tomato rest. Now once you've planted all of these, it would be cool if I could do 3 at a time, but maybe later. Straight away it's going to ask you the watering again. Now because I don't have any liquid attached, equipped to my bottom right hand corner, if I click water it's going to take me to a screen where I can choose. Now if I want to corrupted ones, I use the Ziv blood. I don't want to use the normal water, that's for me, but we're definitely going to use the sludge. The sludge increases the speed, but doesn't corrupt them like I was saying before. And bang! That's how you do the farming right there. And over here we've got these guys ready to go. And this is my first big batch of upgraded Frankies. Capable Frankies is what they're called. They're awesome. And I'll show you in a second. I'm just waiting to till over here. We're going to get these guys going. And then what you do with those guys is you'll come down here and go to your normal crafting bench, and you go to Zombie Craft again, guys. Left and right, left and right. You can choose. Over here we have Frankie Sprout and Capable Frankie Sprout. Now you want to do the capable ones. These are pretty much creating seeds. So if you look on the right hand side, you're taking a normal corpse and a runner heart Z, a Z heart at least, that's a zombie runner's heart, and I'll explain where you get that in a second. And you're going to create a seed to create a capable Frankie Sprout. Once you've created a Frankie Sprout, then you can head over, staying on the Zombie Craft menu, you push R1 and you go to weapons, you go to placeables, you go to buildings and stuff like that. But if you go to placeables over here, this is where you use your capable Frankies and the zombies that you have harvested. So for example, over here, if I have some more plywood and everything, which I probably do. Why don't I have plywood? Did I not create it? Anyway, let me just continue showing that. This is where you create the zombie weapons that you've created with the zombies. So you get a normal pea shooter here. You can use the average Frankie, which is pretty good to have a couple of these at a distance. And I do enjoy, and I know materials, I do enjoy the animations that they give you. So this is where you create your weapons for battle. And all of these are created already over here. So that's your general ins and outs of farming. Let's see over here. It wants me to plant seeds. I can plant more Frankie sprouts. But how many do I have there? I have 3, 4, 5. So I need 4 more Frankie sprouts to get a full harvest going. So we're going to have a look over here. Capable Frankie. We can do 5. So we're just going to do 4 for now. No, let's do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Is it going to be the funny one? No, it's a standard one. So there we go. Now we have Frankie sprouts. Now we can head over to the field. I mean, think of sprouts as seeds. Now once you've selected the Frankie seed or sprout, that's going to automatically have that on the bottom right hand corner. You can see it's equipped, and that's why he'll use that every time. If I wanted to plant a different seed in the next one over here, I'd have to go to my inventory and equip a seed that is different to this one. But there we have... Yep, there we go. There we have 9 more Frankie sprouts coming out there. And now it's going to ask us to water, but with the zombies, you have no choice but to use the Ziv blood. There we go.
There we go.
We have it ready to go. We're going to harvest our corrupted beans, or the hybrid beans. I've been saying corrupted, so hybrid is pretty much the correct term for that. And now we've got the beans. We're going to till one more time, and then we're going to see what we can craft in the way of what we wanted to craft in the beginning. So we're going to go to normal craft, and we have vegetarian chili. Again, water, tomato, beans, and over here, pumpkin, turnip, rat meat. So they are completely different in their ingredients, which is good. So we're going to craft that, and then straight away, we're going to craft the pumpkin turnip. See, now I'm kind of set for a good couple of days, a week or two, if you will, because a lot of the time you can just come back to your base and sleep, and everything will be fine. But if you go to bed hungry, for example, on the top left-hand corner, my hunger, my hunger, I'm getting confused. My stomach picture, my hunger, if that goes into red, and then you try and sleep, you'll wake up a zombie, because you can't go to bed hungry, you know, who likes that? You have to make sure that you eat something before you go to sleep, because sleeping is not going to do anything to your hunger gauge. If you look on the top left corner again now, I'm going to eat my vegetarian chili. As you can see, it goes way more than it did before. So if I eat just 2 of those, my hunger's full. And that is what I wanted, the stage I wanted to get to. And I'd love to get to that stage with the water as well. I hope there's another big can of water that you can drink to make it only 2 or 3 sips. Because on the water thing over here, I've upgraded. The only thing that upgrades is the amount that you can do. But if I look over here, it's not going to tell me what that does. Flavored seasonal, soybeans, okay. It just creates more with the materials that you have. It doesn't make it more potent or more effective, if you will. Okay, so let me see what else we can get through here. I was going to show you where the zombie runners are. So let me just show you the buildings over here. So this is the smelter. Over here, you can create the spikes, which is just for weapons. Plastic, concrete block, gold, blah. I haven't used anything that uses plastic yet. I'm going to be playing the game for the rest of the day and figuring out the next storylines, because there's still a large area of the map I haven't gone to. Crafted items over here. We have plywood, which is what we wanted to do. We don't want to always use all of it. You want to use some of it, but not all of it. And these are the materials you'll pick up random, but the ones that I'm creating over here, like plywood, you have to craft. As you can see, they have a little crafting item next to them. This means that you cannot pick them up in field. You have to craft these. The next one is going to be the meat grinder. Over here, if you want zombie meat, then you'll use this. But this kind of thing, the zombie meat, runner Z meat, ground Z meat, you will pick up in the area I'm going to go show you now. So it's not really useful to create those. As you can see here, the Z meat paste and this paste have the crafting item next to them. So these ones you have to craft. These 2 you can pick up in the field. And that's how you differentiate what you must create and what you don't have to create. Again, these 3 you have to craft. These two you can pick up in the field, and again I'm going to show you the best place. When it goes to Z-Bone and it's blue, this is just any zombie. Any zombie will drop this, but the runner Z-Bones are special zombies, and I'll show you where a good spot for those is. And these over here I haven't even used ever. I don't know what they're for. I'm assuming they're going to be for some nice food later, and that's going to create a lot more thirst and hunger reduction for me. These guts over here, once again, these two you can pick up, and once again I'm going to show you where to get that. And these three over here you have to craft again. I haven't used them for anything. I'm very excited to see where those go. Let's head over this way. So the smelter I've shown you, this one I've shown you, and that is pretty much all the buildings that I can see here. If I go to craft and you head over to placeables, placeables are in battle. So grenades, landmines, and again with the zombie craft, placeables are going to be the pea shooter bazooka guys. The undead retreat is so funny. It's just a massive patch of graveyard, and enemies just get pulled down into it. I absolutely love it. And you'll get these missions, which I'm going to show you at the end of this video, where you're defending gates. And it was actually difficult for the first time. I failed a couple of times, and then I went back, spent a good 2 hours making these. As you can see, you need quite a lot of items to do them, but I was forced to do it because they were getting to the gate and destroying the gate. I had to create fences. Where are these fences? I had to create a whole lot of fences over here. Oh, I can do spiked fence now, so they'll take damage. And I had to do the fences. I did the tombstones. I did the undead retreat just to stop them from getting to the gate, and it was loads of fun. And again, at the end of this video, guys, I'm going to show you that battle just for some footage. Let's keep going over here. So the next one's utilities. Now these ones I've already crafted, so it doesn't look like I can do any more here, but there's a lot more research that I can do. I can do the field as well. I don't think I need the field just yet. Another one. As you can see here, the corpse is craftable from the disassembled corpse. Now, disassembled corpse is what you'll pick up sometimes from enemies, and sometimes you'll pick up corpses. So you don't even have to go out and kill enemies if you have a whole lot of those disassembled corpses. And over here, you can do the same thing in reverse. Gunpowder is always going to be useful. Charcoal, redstone. I just don't need it right now. Actually, you know, I could do 15 and then get myself some more shotty shells. And let's have a look at where the shotgun shells are. The shotgun shells are going to be under normal craft, and probably, there it is. Shotgun shells 10, so I can do 450. I don't need that many. Is that? Yeah. So I'll never need more in my life. I think I had an entire battle run now. I only used like 25, and I killed like 50 zombies. So there's my ammo for the next couple of weeks. Okay, so as promised, I'm going to show you where I am in the game now, where to get the Z-Runner, because the Z-Runners are the next step, should I say, in evolution or de-evolution. We're going to go to the main city, and I mean, you probably will know this already if you've been there, but let's have a quick look over here. Okay, so it's nighttime. We are going to head to the area, and at daytime you'll get different zombies. I'm not even certain if you will get the Z-Runners now. Let's have a look. So we don't want to get surrounded. Those are humans. Here he comes. You can see they're much tougher at night. But we're going to take these guys out. Let's see what we get. So decent wood, limestone, sludge. You see how much you get because of the upgrades I've got. Let's have a look at these guys over here. I actually wanted the zombies to be here, but there might be some a bit further on. Let's see here what we get. Yeah, these are humans, so we don't want these guys for the Z-Runners. You have to come here during the day. And I do actually have a clip, but let's see if these guys are going to give what we want. They hit so much harder at night. Trying to get as many as I can in each shot. There we go. Now watch the bottom left-hand corner. Look at all that stuff. So the Z-Runners and everything, we're going to have to make... the one thing I didn't do before you venture out every time, I should have stored all this crap. There's no need to have any of this in my inventory. So I'm just going to kind of eat something here because the items on the ground are way more valuable than any of these. Let's see what else I can pick up. Okay, so I do need more. I'm just going to skip this, guys. Alright, guys, we are back at home base now. What I'm going to do is just show you one last thing. Then I'm going to give you some... what I think they could add to the game type of scenario. And then after that, I'm going to show you the battle of the gates, the defending of the gates. So to get your seeds, what you want to do is head to either of the towns. We'll look at the slums first. And there's going to be only one individual in each town that's going to sell you the seeds. And the seeds are kind of the start of everything, so you really need to get to them. Turn around at the spawn point, head through here, and bang. As you can see, the one that has this bag on the head, this is the one that has the seeds. And every time you come past here, as you can see, you buy it. Buy the soil, seeds, and then head to the next town and find the one that has the bag on the head like this as well. It's pretty close to the start. You know what? Let me just show you for the hell of it. Because they are so absolutely vital. Come on, let's go. I don't want to equip, we want to use. We'll go to the main city. Let me show you where this is, Quick Stickles. And then I want to get into my couple of gripes and groans. So from the starting point right there, it's one of the first people you speak to. As you can see, the big zombie skull there, or skull, and there we go. There is the other one, very close to the spawn points, both of them. And these are going to be vital. And again, I just buy the rat meat now because I don't like wasting my time on finding out. I buy the Heaven's Blessing as well because that's how I make my fire blood. Let me just see over here if I can show you how much you get from selling. Yeah, so we got rat meat over there. So burnt rat meat times 10, you'll get 3,000. No, how much is it? 150. So if it's roasted, you'll get a lot more. And this is what I just use as my currency now. I sell the pumpkin and stuff I was explaining earlier. So I'm going to head back to the base now. A couple of things that I wish were in the game. Now, firstly, it's going to be, I wish there were more weather effects. I wish sometimes it rained. I like dynamic weather. It has such an effect on the game. When you're in the rain, everything looks different. You know, the clothes are wet, the rain hits the ground. I would like to see rain, more rain. And more weather effects in the game, like some thunderstorms and stuff, like post-apocalyptic and so on. The next thing, and again, this is only assuming that there are no more quick equip buttons down the bottom right-hand side there. I really feel that there could be a triangle and maybe even a circle for quick use. Because only having one slot, like if I want to drink water now or eat, I have to go into my menu. It would be very cool if I could just equip water to a slot and equip my hunger. These two, bang and bang, to a certain slot each, and just push that button and it's done. I would like to see more equip slots right there. Another thing I would like to see is something that I want to craft, like a lot of other games do. If I want to craft something that's going to take me a long time, let's just say something like this that I haven't done yet, I would like to be able to mark this. And then once you've marked that, you head to the screen, and maybe on the left-hand side over there, you have a little menu showing you what you need in order to craft that and what you have in your storage and on your character at one time. I'd like to see that as well, because at the moment, I'm using the notepad on my computer to tell me what I need to get and find to create that specific item. Let's see what else. I would love to be able to have more than 2 quests going at the same time. If you look over here, you'll have this, and then all these over here, I've met the person, but I can't accept them because I've got 1 quest going already. And I don't know why they don't let you just have as many, like any other game. I know it's not like any other game or whatever. I'm just comparing it. I would like to be able to accept 3 or 4 or 5 or as many as I like at one time. But you have to only select the main story one and then one of the side quests. 1 or 2, maybe it's 2, I don't know. But only every time I go to a new guy, it says, no, you can't accept it until you finish the other one. You can stop it, but then you have to start from the beginning. So I'd like to see the ability to have more quests going at one time. And lastly, my biggest gripe of the entire game is the map. Now, I don't know what it is with maps these days and games like Dying Light. That map takes, I don't know, it sounds like a silly gripe, but a good 1.5 to 2 seconds to load. And it just gets so irritating. I had so many people asking, is it my game? Does my PlayStation need a tidy up or something? But it's not. This map is the worst map I've ever seen. Now, if I'm like over here, I don't know how to describe this. So I'm going to make a noise on the controller next to the microphone when I want to go to the right, and you'll see how long the lag is. There, you're looking at a good second and a half lag between the map moving and the map actually, me actually moving the map. Now, if you go into the bigger areas, I don't understand. It's so clunky, it's so laggy, it is absolutely terrible. But because the areas aren't that big, I know the areas. So I look at the map very, very seldomly. And one thing I did forget to do or to say was on the missions, the ones that you've completed, please can you make it so it tells you where this person is? because sometimes it's daytime, sometimes it's nighttime, sometimes the person's only there on a Thursday or a Wednesday. I have quit so many missions because I didn't know where to go. I ended up started writing down where the person is when I take every mission, so I didn't have to cancel it each time. But anyway, back to the map. Like over here, R1 zoom in, L1 zoom out. But how clunky it is, and trying to move around between like these three items in the middle over here. I'm holding right now. It took about 3 seconds for that map to move, even longer. It is absolutely terrible. And in the end, I just didn't use the map. I know where Zombie Gramps is. I know where this person is. But if you are new to the game, seriously, if you took on a side quest, I would write down where that is in the map, or maybe even take a goddamn screenshot if you can. But you can see the current objective is down there, and you can always see what your current objective is. But a lot of the time on these side missions, I did not know where I got them. It just says, oh, go meet Marcus. You're like, okay, well, yeah, I know him. I know exactly where he is. But that needs some more direction, definitely. But all in all, overall, my whole thought for this game is I am really enjoying it. It was very slow at the start, very tedious. Go fetch this, go do that. But those fetch quests, and when the main character asks you to create a meal because he wants one, it's not just you creating that meal. It's you having to build this building and then go fetch this item to create this item to create the meal. So it coerces you into the direction of upgrading your buildings, and it tells you what to build next in order to actually accomplish those main missions. So it might just be a mundane create this meal, but you might have to create 3 buildings to get that meal. So the storyline leads you into the upgrading of buildings and progression of your actual base. And I was very happy to see the expansion of the base over here. This won't be here for you at the start. And I don't think we're going to need to expand anymore because I can't see any more buildings. But again, I haven't even touched some of half of the research. If we go to the research over here, look how much more there is to do on the home base. All of these over here, placeables, survival as well, all the way down here. There's tons of stuff I haven't done yet. And again, I will have another video late, well, let's say end game after this one. And yeah, I'll give you my final opinion. But my opinion at the moment is I'm about 15, 16 hours into this game. I am totally enjoying it. But like I said, it was a slow start. Once you get over that first hump of being able to craft things over here that give you energy back, that give you hunger back and stuff like that, and you start having a surplus of these items, then you stop doing the mundane tasks of collecting the rats and roasting those. So the things you were doing in the beginning of the game, you stop doing at the part of the game I'm at now. So guys, once again, if you have any specific questions about this game, please just ask me, guys. I'm always going to reply. I would say I am really enjoying this game now that I've got to this point. It did have the hump in the beginning, but I am enjoying the game now, and I definitely will play it. I will do trophy guides on some of the harder trophies in the late game, but we will see those when we get to them. So yeah, guys, in the end, totally enjoying it. Just one more touch. If you have questions, like I said, just ask me. And pretty please smash that like button for me, guys. It really helps the channel. And I really hope you enjoy this game as much as I am in the end. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I want to catch you on the next one.
What's the matter? Suck on this!